Ahead on this edition of SuTV News, vehicles versus pedestrians. Hear how both now face penalties.
A new addition to Greek life on campus sparks the interest of many students.
And in sports, the Bison volleyball team has a new coach.
Here on the NDSU campus, cold temperatures and snow go hand in hand. But along with the snow comes ice and lots of it. The campus streets and sidewalks seem more like an ice rink this time of year than places for cars and people to move about.
The University Police and Safety Office is taking action to make crossing busy streets safer this winter. SuTV's Matthew Kurtz has the story.
Avenue North is one of the busiest streets in Fargo, and after plenty of snowfall this winter, the size of snowbanks is growing and roads are slick. As a result, NDSU students, faculty, and staff walking to classes and work had better beware.
I think it's just important for people to be aware that those conditions add a significant amount of risk to being out driving and walking.
With the conditions and the fact that just one mistake could be fatal, the responsibility to be safe falls on both drivers and pedestrians.
There are a number of pedestrians who are also getting involved in not taking care of their own personal safety by stepping out in front of vehicles without looking both directions.
After sending a campus-wide email message to the university this week, Boyer's message is clear.
Please do your part in if you're driving, don't be distracted, pay attention, watch out for those pedestrians. As pedestrians, don't assume that everybody's going to be able to stop for you.
Some students think NDSU could do more to protect pedestrians shuffling across the icy, busy roads near campus.
As you come on 12th here, the university has no signs to slow down. It has no warning lights or anything like that, so people are just cruising through us. If they'd put up some signage maybe, or a couple more crosswalks wouldn't do us any, it'd be good for us, I think.
Nonetheless, if you choose not to obey Boyer's message, not only will you be creating danger for others, but you can now expect to receive a hefty fine. Matthew Kurtz reporting for SuTV News.
With the recent warmer temperatures, road conditions have been steadily improving, helping pedestrians, that is, until the next cold spell hits.
NDSU is on its way to having a new provost. The search committee released its timeline to have applications reviewed by February 9th and the pool of candidates narrowed by March 5th. They will then be forwarded to President Dean Brashani by mid-April. Chair of the committee, Neil Gudmus, says the provost must be hired long before fall semester.
Students have one more option for seeking academic counsel. The Advising Resource Center houses professionals who provide guidance in several educational needs. SuTV News discovered what the ARC has to offer.
When walking through the Memorial Union, it may seem hidden at first.
The Gunkelman sits there, kind of between the coffee area and the student activities office.
But once it's found, students will see the benefits of the new resource.
Part of the center's objectives will be to get students connected with their academic advisor if they aren't already.
The center also answers basic questions about general education requirements, provides guidance on students' academic track, and helps them understand academic policies at NDSU.
It's just cute.
Danny Quanvig works afternoons at the ARC and sees the potential it has.
It's a very positive opportunity. I think anytime that we can offer more services to students, it's for the benefit of them.
It's not meant to be the advising place for students, but rather another piece of the academic puzzle getting developed to help complete the circle.
I think they should view it as a supplement to the advising that they already get within their own majors and colleges.
Since opening 3 weeks ago, the center has served over 20 students. Quanvig expects there to be ups and downs in the number of appointments, depending on the time of the year.
A memorial honoring Bison military casualties got a big boost. The Student Senate approved a $40,000 donation to the NDSU Army and Air Force, ROTC, to help build the fallen Bison Memorial. It will be built to honor students, faculty, and staff that have given their lives serving our country. The monument showcases a flagpole surrounded by granite tiles. A groundbreaking ceremony took place last fall.
Typically, these projects that are funded through the Reserve Fund benefit all the students at NDSU, all the students on campus. So we felt that this was a very appropriate project.
Engraved with the names of individuals and student organizations are available for purchase. The memorial is scheduled to be completed late this coming summer.
It's great to see that a lot of money is going towards this memorial so that they can get it completed.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to commemorate the fallen soldiers at NDSU.
And it's also nice that individuals and student organizations can get the tiles. Well, still ahead on SuTV News, technology has its downsides in the classroom. We'll have this and more when we return.
They started with the very basic.
Bison strong. For tickets, call 231 NDSU. Cutters. Uh-oh.
What are we gonna do now?
Give me the phone. Hello, Jimmy John's. Thank God you made it. I was so hungry, I thought I was gonna die.
Jimmy John's, America's favorite sandwich delivery guys.
Nice work, Johnson.
Catch what's new on the NDSU campus. See what the students are up to. Check on the latest from Bison Athletics. Catch it here, only on Cable 1, SuTV News.
SuTV News is sponsored in part by Stop and Go. Stop and Go. We're always there.
NDSU students might be wondering what their technology fees are really going towards. The Technology Learning and Media Center is making it possible for students to benefit directly from them by offering free classes. Students can register online to take the 30-minute individual courses, including programs like PowerPoint, Excel, Photoshop, and many others.
They started with the very basic, where a person who does not know anything about Photoshop can just walk in.
TMLC also offers free tutoring, tech support, and usable equipment for students to become more technology friendly.
NDSU students are facing a formidable foe. Texting, tweeting, and Facebook are everyday distractions that English professor Dr. Andrew Mara says can prevent sustained focus.
The second part of SuTV News' Pros and Cons of Technology in the Classroom interviews Dr. Mara and English grad student Chris Lindgren about challenges they face.
Dr. Mara says there have always been distractions in the classroom, from doodling and daydreaming to passing notes. But now those things happen electronically. Along with the advanced gadgetry of the e-classroom and its applications also comes what he calls tech fatigue, a result of nonstop texting, tweeting, and Facebook maintenance, all while attending class.
You use your cell phone to connect with your friends, to find out what's going on, to, tell people you're okay. And these are all really good things. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes you need to do that in the classroom, but sometimes you need to put everything away, and we need to teach you how to put everything away and then focus on a task.
Both Dr. Mara and grad student Chris Lindgren also agree the biggest downfall of technology in the classroom is not the product itself, but the misuse of it. They claim some instructors substitute it for the actual learning that the technology is supposed to support.
If you don't do that as an educator, you just kind of jump in, a lot of things can come at you really fast, and the students will lose interest right away.
According to Dr. Mara, the misuse of an electronic classroom can stunt academic growth by discouraging face-to-face interaction with peers and teachers.
We have to keep that in mind as educators, that we want you to be able to do this thing and be able to articulate it and say, we're not letting you go until you do it, and you prove that. And no tool is gonna do that job for us. It can help us, but it can't do it for us.
Lindgren says multitasking electronically is a farce. He enthusiastically promotes an e-classroom but maintains a strict adherence to assigned tasks.
Well, over $120,000 was raised in NDSU's United Way campaign. The 2-month effort sought the support of faculty and staff in fundraising efforts. The nonprofit organization is responsible for meeting the needs of children and families in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and at the same time helps fund organizations such as the Red Cross, the Rape and Abuse Crisis Center, and the YWCA.
I find it very satisfying myself when our campaign is successful, because what our money does is just tremendous.
522 contributed to the United Way Fund, and which surpassed last year's total by $400. The entire United Way of Cass Clay raised over $5 million, up 2.5% from 2009. Boy, it's great to see that so many people are able to give money to this fund.
Yeah, it's definitely great that an organization like that is helping out locally.
And they're breaking last year's records as well, so it can only go up from here.
Exactly. Still ahead, a new addition to the union gives mothers some added privacy.
Imagine the impact of a place where exploration leads to answers that touch everyone, where resources and resourcefulness, teamwork and tenacity combine to open new frontiers, where dreams take the lead and show you tomorrow.
Bison strong. For tickets, call 231-NDSU.
Welcome back to SuTV News. A discrete area for nursing mothers has opened in the Memorial Union. The mother's room was established to create a relaxing and private alternative from the family bathroom for those with infants and toddlers. The room features 2 comfortable chairs, a sink, and changing table. No key is needed to enter the room in order to assure optimal privacy and immediate access if needed.
Student organizations are getting into the swing of things, and Greek life is no exception. NDSU's fraternities and sororities started spring recruitment in the union this week, and you may have seen a new face. Delta Tau Delta is beginning recruitment over the next few weeks. They plan to bring together around 40 men to make up their colony. It will be the first new Greek house in decades, and students are checking into it.
Yeah, as of right now, there's been much interest. There's already a couple hundred names on our names list of people who we've contacted. And
The fraternity plans to hold their first formal pledging ceremony on February 11th.
NDSU business students were dressed for success as a Berry Hall played host to its second annual Innovation Week. The event attracted attention among students and entrepreneurs seeking and presenting new ideas. SuTV's George Petrovich has more on this story.
Throughout the week, Berry Hall Atrium was the home of Technology Incubator. Small startup firms set up their booths in the hallway, drawing the attention of NDSU juniors and seniors, eagerly looking for internships.
We've had at least 500 students who have passed through here today who have actually stopped at the different booths. So that's a clear sign of interest. Plus, I've been up to some of the breakout sessions and they've been full in every room where we've had students and industry people.
Small businesses are the engine of economy. Hence, bringing the students closer to their potential employers has more than one benefit to it.
It's a major event that we do in partnership with the College of Business, and we know we'll only continue to get better and better each year as we continue to do it. But it's a great opportunity for us to really show how entrepreneurship can be a benefit to our students and help them to grow their own venture.
But what kind of a person does it take to become an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneurs are a big deal because they're willing to take a risk to pursue a passion. And so my brother John and I, who run 9 Clouds, we took a risk. John quit his job in Minneapolis and I quit my job in Norway to start our own business at 9 Clouds. And so it's a big deal because it's really the engine of the economy, and these students have a chance to create new businesses in Fargo and the region.
Innovation Week has grown even larger since last year. This testifies the commitment of NDSU Research Park with collaboration of College of Business to bring the industry back to college. For SuTV News, George Petrovich.
Events like this are a boost for the economy and an incentive for students. NDSU hopes Innovation Week can become a tradition for the business world.
That's kind of an interesting thing. Not a lot of entrepreneurs, especially student entrepreneurs, get to show their ideas to everyone else.
Well, speaking of business, it's been all business for Bison Sports lately. We have some news on the head coaching position for the volleyball team, and a homestand for the Bison men's and women's basketball team. SuTV Sports is coming right back.
Jimmy John's, America's favorite sandwich. Delivery guys.
Imagine the impact of a place where exploration leads to answers that touch everyone. Where resources and resourcefulness, teamwork and tenacity combine to open new frontiers. Where dreams take the lead and show you tomorrow.
SuTV Sports is sponsored in part by Shields. Ready for your next big adventure? Welcome to Shields, the world's largest selection of sports, sportswear, and footwear.
Welcome back. The Bison volleyball team has a new head coach. Interim head coach Carrie Thompson will have the interim tag removed from her title, and she will become the 11th coach in the 46-year history of Bison volleyball. Thompson took over for Eric Hinterstocker after his sudden resignation on October 19th. She has been an assistant in the program since 2006, and as interim head coach, Thompson led the Bison to a 9-2 record to finish the season, including a Summit League championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament.
For the kids that we were recruiting and their excitement coming in, the kids we have returning, it's just the possibilities are endless. I think of all the things that I want to try to do. I want to get in the gym. I want to work on that. You know, I'm excited to play our 2012 season, and I'm excited to get back into the Summit League and establish, where we just left off.
The Bison made their second tournament appearance in 3 years this season. They will return 12 players from last year's team. Well, with the first half of their Summit League schedule coming to an end, both Bison basketball teams were looking to get back on track. But facing top conference teams to start off a 4-game homestand wouldn't be an easy task. Things heating up in the Summit League right now with NDSU taking on Oakland, a team expected to be near the top of the standings come tournament time. Here Mike Felt hits a three, the only three of the game for the Bison. They were 1 for 14 from three-point land. Later in the first half, Eric Carlson drives for this blooper reverse. Bison are up by 3 at this point over a very good Oakland team. Now moving to the second half here, freshman Marshall Bjorklund matched up against Keith Benson of Oakland. He had 21 points on the night. That's a career high for him. With 13 minutes left in the second half, Andy Nagel misses his shot, but Taylor Braun has his back for the tip-in. NDSU trails by 3. Now with 3 minutes left in the game, NDSU is trailing by 1. Here Keith Benson with the dagger. Oakland wins this game, a close one, 83-76.
I don't know if you could have been in the building tonight and not really appreciated the effort that our guys gave. Got to get 8 points better by tournament time. We've gone through this league once. Our record's not where I'd like it to be, but we haven't played a team we can't beat yet.
NDSU women also looking to pick things up. They've been struggling lately, but they're playing IPFW at the BSA as well. Early in the game, Danielle Gagne drives the lane for this layup to tie the game at 8. With 10 minutes left in the first half here, Abby Plucker squares up and swishes this three from downtown. Bison have a 6-point lead. They would trail 28-24 at the half, but here Plucker on the receiving end of a nice pass. Bison down by 4. 15 minutes left in the second half. IPFW's Kayla Drake with this steal and the easy fundamental layup right there. Bison down by 3. 14 minutes left. Jordan Zoop misses her 3, but Stephanie Rosado is there for the putback. She had 24 to lead IPFW, and NDSU loses 68-55.
I would say our confidence is shaken a little bit right now because we aren't playing well. And you feel that from a flow from what we're doing offensively to some of the breakdowns that we're having defensively. So I would say our confidence is shaken a little bit.
The Bison men are currently 7th in the Summit League, while the women sit in a 4-way tie for 5th. Both teams will conclude their 4-game homestands hosting Southern Utah and UMKC. Coming off a tough 2-point loss to Northern Iowa in its first conference matchup, the Bison wrestling team welcomed Northern Colorado to the BSA. At an impressive 6-2 overall record, the Bison looked to notch its first win in the Western Wrestling Conference. They were also making their entrance at the BSA. Don't want to mess with any of those guys. At 125 pounds, Trent Sprinkle with a 2-point takedown on Sam Bauer. He won his match 12-0. At 157, Vince Salmonen takes down Tanner Weeks. He won by decision 8-2. Later, Max Stahl of NDSU takes down Cody McInich. He won his match 7-1, and the Bison win the duel 25-12. The Bison now improved to 7-2 overall. They are 1-1 in the WWC. They will now be on the road for duels with Air Force, Wyoming, and South Dakota State. So the news that Thompson's coming back for next year is really exciting for the team. She picked up the team at a point where they were really kind of in a tailspin, and she was able to do a lot with them.
And they have a lot of returning players, so hopefully they can continue to do well.
Have to tune in next fall to see what they can do next fall.
And Bison basketball, Bjorklund, a career-high game.
Marshall Bjorklund, Keith Benson is he's the reigning Summit League Player of the Year, potentially an NBA draft pick in the future. So that he was able to assert himself and have a career night against that guy, that's saying something right there.
He's going to be a big asset for the rest of the season and the rest of his career.
And beyond that, it'll be exciting to see what he can do for the Bison men.
Coming up next, an NDSU professor hits the internet as an expert in his field.
Today we'll talk about how the new NDSU Live student email system will help you stay connected and manage your everyday life. The new features of the NDSU Live will not only save you time, but can also save you from the headache of misplaced email messages, forgotten appointments, and lost files. So, let's talk tech.
NDSU Live includes email, calendaring, web-based versions of Microsoft Office, and SkyDrive storage space. It also has a built-in search function, providing you with an easy-to-use tool for finding specific email messages. Sorting through hundreds of email messages in your inbox and folders can be time-consuming, but with the search option, finding email messages, attachments, and contacts is simple. Between school, work, and social activities, it can be difficult to keep track of our hectic daily schedules. NDSU Live includes a built-in calendar system that you can use to manage your schedule with ease. The NDSU Live scheduling assistant can help you find the best time to meet with peers, to work on class projects, study for upcoming exams, or to meet up with friends. You can also set reminders for important meetings that you don't want to miss, such as meetings with your instructors or advisor. NDSU Live also includes a SkyDrive with 25 gigabytes of storage capacity. Now you can store your files online instead of carrying a flash drive or flooding your email inbox. SkyDrive also gives you access to online versions of Microsoft Office, including Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. In other words, you don't have to purchase this software to complete your work, and you can conveniently save and store the files on your SkyDrive when you're done. To activate your NDSU Live account, visit the ITS/NDSU Live website.
An NDSU professor has been recognized as an expert in his field. Associate Professor of Chemistry and Biochemistry, Seth Rasmussen, has been invited by materials website azom.com to write an article on his research in organic chemistry. Rasmussen's focus is designing organic semiconducting materials for application in solar cells and light-emitting diodes.
It's pretty an interesting thing and quite an honor for him to be on the internet.
I'm just excited about this weather. You know what? I was sick and tired of the cold. It's nice to have 50-degree temperatures that are 50 degrees warmer than they were last week.
Yep, those below zero temperatures really make you appreciate anything above zero.
Tell you what, last week when I came around the corner, slipped and fell. I am so ready to be done with that stuff.
I had my second fall of my NDSU career last week, so.
You've got grace, man.
I know,
You're so graceful.
I was surprised. I've only fallen twice. I've been here for 3 years. I thought that was pretty impressive.
I'm impressed.
Hopefully this weather continues.
Hey, I got my fingers crossed.
Maybe it won't be such a bad flood season, too?
I don't know about
but see,
that.
they fool us. It's still January. We think it's going to get nice, but then we're going to have another deep freeze.
Then we get hit with like 3 more blizzards. We never know.
Well, I would enjoy covering a blizzard. Doing stand up in a blizzard, why not?
First time for everything.
That's right.
Well, thanks for joining us this evening. We hope to see you again next week. Have a good night.